And thank you, Coach. We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This is the scene just before we came on air. This New York crowd fired up by the arrival of their G-men as they burst from the locker room. They're ready to go as the Giants get set to match up with the Minnesota Vikings. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go. 50, plant.
Here we go, D. All day, defense, all day.
Go. Go.
Running it with the NFL's Offensive Rookie of the Year a season ago, Saquon Barkley. Call it officially a loss at 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Check 26.
Hey, Alpha.
On 2nd and 12, Jones. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Anthony Zettel popping in for the sack.
2 plays so far, a run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on 3rd. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Here we go.
Hey, Delta.
Right there. 54. Right there.
Snap.
Operating from the gun, Jones. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that, because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long?
We got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving.
Go.
Mike 5-4. Hey, that's what I do.
Defense.
From the gun, Jones. He's going to let one fly for Tate. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And the Vikings, they'll be set up well as they take over in great field position. 1st and 10. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Off the play fake, Cousins. He's got Smith here. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. They get 14 there. 1st down, Vikings.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple.
Gun. We're going. Let's go.
Cousins gives way to Cook. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it first and goal. Now the rookie from Boise State, Alexander Madison. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Alexander Madison, his third touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And that makes the score 7-0. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That, too.
Second and 6, just inside the 30.
Army.
Hey, stand up.
SOS.
Now Jones. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. That's on Kevin Zeitler, acquired in the Odell Beckham trade. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
Go out.
Get in the right room. Check three.
Throwing Jones. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Need something for deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Right there. 54, right there. 54.
Here's Jones. From the gun, he'll throw. Got a man, Slayton. And he is down deep into Minnesota territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 71 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
Ready?
Well, first down carry for Barkley. Man, this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. But what a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two.
At the 17-yard line. 55. Blue there. Check it.
Rock it.
On 2nd and 12, Jones. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now, and this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah,
What's going on?
It's not been their bread and butter. I don't know. Is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is this something they can build on?
Well, they found some momentum. They found a crack in that offensive line, and they're putting it to good use.
91.
Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17, following the 2 negative plays.
There. Hey, wahoo!
Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Well, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. Remember, with Rosas, there was some speculation last year in the preseason that he might not hold on to his job with the Giants.
But he certainly answered the challenge, didn't he? 32 of 33 during the regular season, 97% that is, and was named to the NFC Pro Bowl team. And by the way, at 6'3", 234, he can bench press your kicker.
This will be taken in at the 1. Now a hit and a loose football. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
He was brought down by Ja'Carri Polite. 2 yards on the pickup.
After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
With the score, Vikings 7, Giants 3. Mike. So we got man.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Cousins. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. The sack coming from big Dalvin Tomlinson. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't. And a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to end up with a nickname after something like that, some Big Jelly or something like that.
On 3rd down, Cousins. This one taken in by Olabisi Johnson. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 39. And he went in route there from the slot for the completion.
Love how he runs his routes because it's all setting up your defender. Give him a little something one way, take it the other way. Head and shoulder fake. Sometimes you make one step to the outside, then break it inside. Really well-run route.
Yellow.
54's Mike.
Hey, flicker.
54.
On 1st and 10, Cousins. Johnson's got it complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd down.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. To throw is Cousins. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. Down the numbers. There he goes. And he will score. Touchdown, Giants.
Now, that was a beautiful play. A pick six. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
Aldrich Rosas on for the extra point. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his 2nd miss of the year, and our score will stay right where it is. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. Amir Abdullah. He's at the 30. Touchdown, Vikings. It's an 89-yard kick return. And the Vikings are going to retake the lead. Such an electric play, so much fun to watch, and you need all 11 guys in sync for that to be successful, don't you?
Without a doubt. That's teamwork, to be able to put it all together. But that play is really probably the most exciting 10 seconds in football.
Bailey got the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. And at least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
A lot of eyes on Golden Tate this year to see if he can take over some of the production that OBJ had before he got shipped to Cleveland. You know, Beckham had 1,000-yard seasons 4 of his 5 years in New York. Golden Tate struggled at the end of last year in Philadelphia, but he had a really good run in Detroit, including 3,000-yard seasons in the middle of this decade.
Ready? 18, Gator.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. First down for the Giants as they pick up 12.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Now!
Mike 54. Mike.
Hard.
Touchdown defense. Switch.
Defense.
Jones now throwing on first down. And this is Shepard on the catch. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Look, squeeze. Go. Shit. Yep.
From the gun, it's a run for Freeman. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Giants, first down. 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. They keep it with Barkley on 1st down. He'll get it to the 23-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Earlier this half, you were wondering how the defense was going to handle him defensively. Were they going to bottle him up at different levels, so to speak, is what you said. What have you seen so far?
Well, I think they've been absolutely terrific because it feels like on every play, if we were watching this in the film room, when you clicked off the film or stopped it, you would see 11 shirts of that same color right there in the frame trying to tackle it. That's what you're looking for.
Jones throwing complete here to Tate, and he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
60 Pittsburgh. Ready?
On 1st down, Barkley. He will push his way down to about the 14. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jones. And Ingram's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Evan Ingram, his first touchdown on the year. And the Giants are once again going to retake the lead. There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man, in concert.
The Giant offense going to stay on the field as they'll go for 2.
Let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength.
They'll try and run with Freeman. And he'll get into the end zone to push the lead up to a field goal. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. You're down 3 under a minute to go. How aggressive are you going to be in this spot?
Not as aggressive as I probably would want to be. Only down 3. I mean, it might as well be even going into the half. That's not a deficit that makes me want to push it and potentially make a mistake in this situation and cost myself even more points.
But boy, getting into field goal range and tying it, that's tempting.
Awfully enticing. You almost talked me into it.
Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. You must be getting.
Hey, Haywood! Gun!
Mike, 54! Come on, baby. Let's see what you got. Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. 3 bucks.
Bingo! Check 37, check 37.
Working out of the gun, Cousins lets it fly for Thielen. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. To throw, Cousins. And the catch made by Johnson. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 45-yard line. The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
Ready?
I got you, boy.
Gun!
57's Mike. Mike 57.
Good route there.
Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go. Mike's 57. 57's Mike.
A first down throw for Cousins. He gets this one to Johnson. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails. Over the end line.
Let's go.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up.
Brings up second and 4.
The last run got 6. Now second and 4.
Hey,
On second down, this is Madison. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield. and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down.
But not a big gain with that play. But what they're doing is they're spreading the defense out, probing a little bit, and what they're hoping probably is that later in the game they can create a matchup that they can exploit for big yardage later.
And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35.
At their own 33-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we've got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Jones. This one complete to Devontae Freeman. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. First down for the Giants as they pick up 12.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover. The angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 42-yard line.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Here's the party now. Switch it. Come on, switch it. Watch out. Hey, watch out.
Yeah.
Back to the ground, this time with Freeman. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Now we've got a Giant player here slow to get up after that last play. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium.